All right. So do you think that you will have or want some kind of intro? I mean, did you really want me to put Kramer as your intro? There's no music or nothing.
You have to find some.
All right, we'll see.
Does my dad look good? Can you see him?
With George Washington.
It is.
George.
All right. Here we are. Welcome for the Week 5 video. We're joined by JLK, of course, with a pitiful highest score of 138.35 points. What are we doing as a league when that is the highest score of the week? But yet, it is the highest score of the week. So congratulations for being able to join us this week. And I think Bradshaw and myself, thank you for being here because that means Hunter is not.
Woo! Thank
God. All right. So to get things rolling, obviously we'll get started with the week 4 recap. Before we do, Bradshaw, short commissioner's note this week. I noticed that it dropped at 10 p.m. Tuesday night, and there was crickets. Nobody said anything about it. Is there anything you want to add to this week's recap, or you just want to run through it and give us the update?
You know who won. You know who lost. Just leave me alone.
Okay.
You lost.
So that is the week 4 recap. You know who won. You know who lost. You know where you stand. All right, so we will move on, but there are a couple of points that I wanted to point out about week 4. Obviously, everyone's paying attention, but the week 4 recap, no longer undefeated, is Josh. JLK played Josh. Josh is no longer undefeated. What was the point difference between y'all two? Was it like 2 points or something, Justin? Did you really think you were going to win?
1.5. I never had a doubt.
never had a doubt. Goodness. So Hunter, Josh, and the old Trump dump have all been defeated. There are no undefeated teams in the league. Everybody has a loss. So we're all on the same playing field now. 3 matchups.
There's still one winless team, though.
Yes. 3 of the matchups decided by 3 or less points, whether you are paying attention or not. What a crazy week. Bunch of low scores, bunch of very close games. Bradshaw, it's a tough season for you so far. I have been there. I know what 0-4 feels like. Really quick, and Justin, feel free to chime in. Where do you actually, a couple questions. Where do you go from here? And taking a look at your roster, you have made some changes. You're not, what would you usually call me? So one-dimensional in regards to being with 2 teams. But there have been quite a few pickups over the last few weeks on the waiver wire. And I don't know, I guess it just doesn't seem like you're very interested in picking up anybody. What are your thoughts on your team and what you're thinking moving forward?
I'm just here so I don't get fired.
Okay. All right. So a man of few words tonight. Justin, anything to add?
Yeah, in the immortal words of Wu-Tang Clan, you need to diversify your bonds.
Diversify your bonds. Yeah. IR guys on your bench. Hopefully they come to fruition and do something good for you. And hopefully this week's looking up for you. At 2-2, JLK, do you have a message to the league? Is it time? Because last week you had Hunter on here, and if anybody watched the video from last week, he was making the declaration of what he was going to do until that came to an end by yours truly once again, 2 years in a row, stopping the train. So, what is your message to the rest of the league now that you're sitting at 2-2?
I'm going to go undefeated the rest of the year.
The rest of the year. Clip it, sign it, seal it. That's going to be in another episode coming to you real soon.
No, that was my Hunter impression. I'm definitely not going to. I'm 2-2 now. I'll probably end up with 4 wins on the year.
4 wins on the year. And you know what?
Yeah.
Win number 3 probably isn't going to come this week, but it's
Nah,
going to be close.
yeah, we'll see. We'll
Well,
talk about that later.
we'll see. All right. All right. So let's get into a little bit of news. I sent you guys just a couple of bullet points that I wanted to discuss with y'all just to get your opinions. Obviously, we're not analysts or anything like that, but I did want to know what you guys thought about some of the news in the NFL, and it touches obviously our fantasy teams. Devante Adams. Justin, we'll start with you since Bradshaw just has so many words he wants to share. Devante Adams, do you think that a trade is going to be coming very soon? And if you do, what team do you think he's going to go to?
Probably not. But with the way my luck is, he'll probably get traded to San Francisco. So Ayuk can be totally in the dumpster.
San Francisco. That's one I hadn't thought of.
Yeah. Yeah, I doubt he's going anywhere though.
Really, nowhere. Rashee, what are your thoughts?
Jets, Lions, 49ers, Browns, Chiefs in that order.
Ugh. Lions number 2. I don't like that. Keep your hot takes to yourself, sir. I don't like that at all. We don't need Devante in Detroit muddy in the waters. No, go to the Jets. Go to somebody who actually needs a wide receiver. Detroit doesn't need anybody. They got Laporta, they got JMO, they got St. Brown on my team. That's all that's needed.
Yeah, I like the Jets though. I mean, because they're with Rodgers, their window's not going to last forever. So it does kind of make sense.
They'll give up Garrett Wilson too because he doesn't want to be there. He already said that the offensive coordinator's an idiot.
Yeah.
Said, I see other people running complex routes and I don't really do that much. So, but that's always been Hackett's MO. He's an idiot, but Rodgers likes him.
Well, if Rodgers likes him, he's not going anywhere. So hopefully something will happen with Devante and bring some life to Christie's team. I believe she has Devante Adams. The Jets, I feel, is going to be a very good fit with him pairing back with Rodgers. Anywhere else, I think it's just going to muddy the waters for anybody else on our team. CMC, obviously, it came out that he has the double Achilles tendonitis issue. What is your interest in regards to into trade value? If you had him, would you be wanting to unload him? You don't have him, obviously. Are you interested in getting him? What are your thoughts? Bradshaw, we'll start with you.
Not interested.
Not interested. JLK.
Yeah, this far along in the game, already being out as many weeks as he has, it's not as serious of an issue to scare me off. I wouldn't mind having him. You guys saw he went and saw this German foot specialist or something? Did I see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. They had some video of him coming out of the doctor. He was wearing Das Boot.
You're an idiot. All right, so since you said you would be okay with acquiring him, off the top, give me a couple of pieces that you would be willing to trade for a CMC. Obviously, you're not going to be trading a high value piece around 1 or 2 target for CMC right now at this moment, or at least I wouldn't think so. What would you see as a good trade piece for CMC?
Goodness gracious.
It's off the top.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I doubt he's going anywhere because Billy doesn't really respond to trade offers. I give him Jerome Ford today.
Jerome Ford for CMC. You got it. You heard it here. I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
So you said, White Devil Billy's got him, of course. Look at his lineup earlier. It looks a little bit of a hodgepodge lineup. He's got 2 quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield and Joe Burrow. Would a CMC trade help his team at all, or is CMC not the only missing piece? Again, in you guys' opinion, Bradshaw, what are your thoughts?
It would not help.
Would not help.
Not unless he could get a king's ransom.
King's ransom. Well, he will not get because Jerome Ford, a ransom for a king, he is not. All right. Heard some news earlier, yesterday or earlier today. Puka Nakua could be lost for the season. That is not guaranteed yet. And of course, on the same team, Rashee Rice. Have y'all heard an update on him? Do y'all know what the news is? What is it?
On
He's
Rice?
dead.
He did. He died.
He
His leg
did.
fell off.
All right, so losing Puka and Rashee Rice, obviously that's unfortunately all on the Man of Lou's team. Um, Losing
Or
both
for
of
the,
those pieces, is it too much for him to recover, or do you think there's something that he can do to try to remain in the top six? And do you think he's still a top 16?
he done.
Bradshaw concur. Yeah, that's unfortunate. He's got Mahomes, J-Mo, Wicks, Adunze, or Downs if Flacco plays. Taylor and Kamara, I mean, he's got good running backs, but Taylor may not even be playing this week. And Brock Bauer. So he's still got some good pieces, but bye weeks have begun this week, and it's probably going to be just a little too much to overcome. So that actually goes to a discussion I wanted to talk with both of you about the IR spots. I know that we've voted on it numerous times, and there's plenty of reasons for it, but I can't help but bring it up in this discussion now because this is 2 years in a row where Lumen has gotten snake bit by some high value. Matter of fact, I think that's 2 years in a row where his number one pick got injured. He had Justin Jefferson last year, and just couldn't make a move. And I kind of feel like it's almost crippling when you have something like this. So, do you think if this was happening to you, would you have any value or any difference of opinion in regards to adding an IR spot if there's some way that we can figure out to monitor it and make sure that people aren't just extending their bench for people that are just out for a week or something of that nature? JLK, what are your thoughts?
Well, that's the problem. You feed a stray cat that's going to keep coming back. If you give them the option, they're going to take it. So that's why we got rid of it to begin with. But I get it. I understand why it's helpful. Um, it almost kind of forces your hand to where if you got a top guy who's injured going on IR and you have a timetable of, you know, 4, 5, 6 weeks, you're probably much better off just trading him at that point.
Yeah,
But
to a
no,
team.
yeah. So I still say no IR, but we're in a democracy, so we'll
Yeah.
see what happens.
This is a democracy. Um, Bradshaw, what are your thoughts? I know your thoughts on the old Man of Lou. Feel bad for him with having this happen to him once again. But specifically the IR positions, what are your feelings on it? I don't think you and I have ever really discussed it.
Um, no comment.
Okay, no comment. All right. Did you moving on to the next, did you at least have the opportunity to do the position battles for the quarterback, wide receiver, and running back to be able to list them here?
No.
All right, so we'll jump into the week 5 matchups. Um, Number one, we have Josh at 3-1 versus the Man of Lou. Who do you have in this one, JLK?
Take Lumen. Josh continues his skid.
Ooh, Josh falling to 3-2. Bradshaw, who you got?
I don't care.
Feeling that 0-4. All right, so since Bradshaw doesn't care, I wasn't really going to do picks, but I don't think Josh's skid continues. If Lumen is without Jonathan Taylor once again this week, I don't know how he overcomes that. Matchup number 2, 3-1, old butt kicker versus Mega Butthurt Billy. What you got, JLK?
I want to get Bradshaw's opinion on this first.
My notes say I don't care.
Fancy.
Hmm.
Yeah. O'Connor's got the projection to win. I'm calling for the upset with the old butthurt Billy.
Calling for the upset. This one probably be a pretty fun matchup. You got both the quarterbacks playing each other. Josh
Yeah.
Allen against Houston. Looking forward to that game. I think that's actually going to be a good one. Do you have it pulled
Yep.
up, Justin? What time is that game?
1 o'clock.
Ugh, it's like a 12 o'clock college football game. Sounded good. I want that to be
Yeah.
prime time. Prime time. Uh,
Ew.
yeah, I think. Yeah, I think. Old Butker Hunter turns it back around this week. Um, yeah, the projections are 124 to 114, but I'm going in old Hunter's corner this week.
No,
Next
I think
matchup. Go
think his
ahead.
running back. I think his running back's going to struggle this week.
You think so?
Yeah.
Probably so. So you think Stroud and Nico are going to be such a strong force that Hunter's not going to be able to overcome? Or what are your thoughts?
Maybe not. But Brees flying across the pond, 9:30 game, playing Minnesota. Najee taking on Dallas. I mean, we'll see what happens with that one, but I don't know. I just his studs have got some problems.
Got some problems. I don't think Brees is going to have anything like he did last week. I am glad that that happened last week because it
Can't get much
happened against
worse.
me. Yeah, I don't think it will. I think it'll be just fine. Next matchup, girl with no name versus the old Trump dump. Currently, Christy is 1-3. Trump dumps 3-1, and Christy does not have a viable quarterback in her lineup at the moment. So she's gonna have to pick somebody up off of the waivers or get somebody traded from Mikey's team. I think he used Gino last week.
Probably.
Yeah. So I don't think there's really too much to discuss about this one. I think old Trump Dump's going to take this one down pretty easily. Current projections 88 to 117. White Devil Billy at 1-3 versus McCorm
Oh,
Storm.
I don't get an opinion.
Sure.
The hell?
Go ahead.
Gosh.
Gosh.
Not so fast, Wes.
Okay.
This is what Christy does.
Mm-hmm.
She waits till 12:49 on Sunday
This
to
is
pick up
very true.
half her team off the waiver wire, and she puts up 170 points. So, in this year's Tampon Bowl, I'm taking Christy.
Thinking Christy. I like it. I like it. You're right. Christy does do those things. She has done it numerous times. Bradshaw, do you have anything to add? I didn't think so. Just didn't want to leave you out. She has done this numerous times. I just don't think it's going to happen this week. Christy does have those late bloomers coming in. Next matchup, 1-3, White Devil Billy against 2-2, McCorm Storm. Jilk, what you got?
Ugh. Can they both lose? I'm gonna say they're gonna tie with 72 points apiece. Nasty.
Bradshaw, your thoughts?
They're both going to outscore Justin.
Ooh, I like it. Uh, Hot take. Very good. So mine is a little bit different from your take there, Justin. I don't think this one's going to be very close at all. I think McCorm Storm is going to put a hurting on White Devil, and again, it's not even going to be close. Now, when I say put a hurting, it could be 100-70, so they may not score a lot, but I
So
do
one by
think,
30.
yeah, I still think McCorm Storm is going to have a good week. He's got Jordan Love going against the Rams. I don't really like ETN or Ramondre. I'm just going to leave that there. So I still think that McCormick Storm is going to take it all down. Next up, we have Living Laporta Loca at 0-4 versus 2-2 versus against Pete Puff, your mama. JLK, who you got?
Mm. Much as it pains me to say, I think old Steven's going to get his first win this week.
I got Pete.
I like your matchups, Steven.
One for Steven, and one for Pete. All right, on to the matchup of the week. You have myself, yours truly, versus our guest for the week. That's 2 weeks in a row that this has happened. The highest score comes into the episode to get interviewed right before they lose. This is fun. I hope this happens again next week. This is going to be great. 3-1 myself versus 2-2 JLK. The bye weeks again have begun. Bradshaw, what you got in this one? We'll start with you, sir.
I could not care any less.
I couldn't have said it better myself. JLK, your thoughts on our matchup, sir?
I think it's going to be a dumpster fire from both sides. I mean, we're projected to our projections are less than a half a point apart from each other.
Yeah, 108
Not
and 108.
Not even cracking 110. Gonna have us real barn burner over here.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, as much as it pains me to say, I think I'm gonna win. I just like my matchups better than yours. You know, you got Kyler and Harrison at San Francisco. I mean, that's gonna be a tough matchup. T. Higgins taking on Baltimore. You know, Rico playing Pittsburgh. So I just like my matchups slightly better than yours.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll probably both put up 72 points and tie.
Yeah. I also choose you, but I do have a glimmer of hope. I do think that I can get lucky once again and take you down. I don't like the matchups, but there's some potential upside that I could see. Maybe Chase gets shut down and Higgins is the one that goes off against Baltimore. And Kyler Murray can't do what he's supposed to against teams that he's supposed to obliterate. So maybe he plays a tough team and actually does what he's supposed to. So that would be cool.
And maybe aliens come out of the sky and blow up the stadium. I mean, anything's possible.
And of course, my new wide receiver one going up against Chicago Bears, Deontay Johnson. I'm hoping for something satisfactory there. And Rico Dowdle is not locked in just yet. I'm gonna let you sit on that one.
Yeah, hot take. Whoever's defense scores the highest is going to win this matchup. The kicker defense combo, whoever scores the highest is going to win.
All right, I'm glad you said kicker defense combo because I don't Seattle man against the Giants and do we know if Malik Neighbors is playing?
Who's that?
Bradshaw, he is playing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for contributing to the video. Greatly appreciate that. All right, so we're going to move into our underdog fantasy picks.